Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton action and beyond. This week, we talk to Indonesia's top women's doubles duo, Gracia Polly and Nitya Krishinda Maheswari, about their plans to be the best in the world. And we're in Chinese Taipei to look at AP EasyGo Badminton Club as they aim to produce the next generation of players.
Oh my goodness me! They've done it!
Gracia Polly and Nitya Krishinda Maheswari are Indonesia's leading women's doubles pair. After a gold medal performance at the Asian Games in Korea last year, the country has high hopes for the duo to revive Indonesia's challenge in the women's doubles format.
It is definitely one of our dreams as badminton players to win tournaments like the World Championships, the Olympics, and of course, the Asian Games. But we didn't expect or didn't think that we could win.
For women's double Indonesian, we never win any title, like since 36 years ago, or something like world champion or anything, for the Indonesian women, we never win anything.
Badminton Unlimited was in Jakarta for the recent BCA Indonesia Open. We spent the afternoon with the Asian champions as they told us more about their plans for the future and their remarkable journey in Korea. Prior to success in Incheon, the pair had a poor record against the other top-ranked nations. So when the Indonesian girls eliminated Olympic and world champions Tian Qing and Zhao Yunlei for a place in the final, it caught the attention of the badminton world.
Our coach told us not to be afraid of anyone, as we are all the same. That was one of our motivations in that tournament.
I don't care if they are Olympics champions, they are world champions, or just happened like last month champion in the world champion. So we just keep continue, to think about positive thinking. We always lost to Taipei, to this Chinese, and then to that Japan as well. We don't think about, the semi-final or the champion or the winner. We just want to have a revenge to them.
Spurred on by the performance in the semi-final, they continued to show their mettle against the then world number 3 Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi in the final. Gracia and Nitya were reunited in 2013 after they were separated in 2010, just a year after being partnered together again. After all the hardship, their success together has made it all worthwhile.
We already sacrificed ourselves in badminton so much, a lot, that we already since kid, we already, we give up all the schools, all the things that we behind, and then the also the family as well. They really support us very well, and then also the association and then the coach. When it comes, it just like all the pain, all the struggles, all the sacrifice is gone.
Men's doubles Hendra Setiawan and Muhammad Ahsan and mixed doubles pair Tontawi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir have always been Indonesia's best hopes of a title at major tournaments. But with the girls' recent success, the nation is now also looking at them to bring home medals.
It's not become a pressure, it's become a motivation to us. It motivates us to do better, It is the Asian Games. It was a breakthrough for us, when we cannot believe what we get, So we just keep, we just keep training, keep pursuing our dreams as well, and believe that, that things will happen if we can achieve that.
The girls were certainly undaunted in Jakarta recently. Gracia and Nitya were the only players flying the Indonesia flag on the final day of the BCA Indonesia Open. Though they beat two high-flying Chinese pairs to reach the finals, the Indonesians couldn't make it a hat trick of triumphs of Chinese opponents. Nevertheless, it was a good showing from the duo, and they experienced firsthand the raucous and passionate support of their home fans, something they can look forward to in a few months when Jakarta hosts the World Championships.
We even cannot hear what we say each other. Yeah, we even cannot hear what we have to like.
Kalau dari diri saya sih suatu penyemangat lebih ya.
It's encouraging for us because of the massive support for badminton. This benefits us as Indonesian players because our opponents may feel pressured or overwhelmed by the excitement of the spectators in Jakarta. Their support gives us a lot of encouragement.
Benar heboh gitu kan di Jakarta ini.
As with most players, the ultimate goal is to qualify for the Rio Olympics next year. The task at hand is to play well at every tournament to amass the points required for qualification.
Kita bisa masuk untuk
It's tough to qualify for the Olympics, especially when it's so competitive. So if we can make it to Brazil, that's really an achievement for us. Our aim is, of course, to go for gold. That is our biggest motivation. But we don't want to think too far ahead and put too much pressure on ourselves. The important thing is for us to focus on one tournament at a time.
fokus untuk satu-satu dulu untuk ke Brasil nanti.
For Gracia Polly, one of 8 badminton players disqualified from the London 2012 Olympic Games, making it to Brazil would be a chance to create much happier Olympic memories. Though looking ahead optimistically, she notes her past troubles have taught her valuable lessons.
It teaches me a lot of things that makes me better right now. I just give the best to do better in Olympics in the 2016. So I'm so looking forward to it. I erased all the pain in 2012. Yeah, and then I'll come back stronger than ever.
They are dreaming big and ready for more. Gracia Polly and Nitya Krishinda Maheswari have what it takes to beat the best in the world. Their country certainly hopes these Indonesian girls can continue to pose a strong challenge in the women's doubles format. It's time for some trivia. Name the doubles pair who won their first Grand Prix Gold title at the Yonex Sunrise Malaysia Grand Prix Gold in 2014. We'll give you the answer after the break.
My favourite food is brunch in general. It's either pancakes if you're feeling that, or eggs, black pudding, that kind of thing. The brunch is just the best meal of the day. Oh, my favourite holiday destination would probably be Los Angeles. I went last year and I just had the best time ever. Just geeking out at all the movie studios and all that stuff. It was great. If I had a superpower, it would definitely be flying. Who wouldn't want to fly? It's like the best.
After the break, we find out how Kazakhstan is making steady progress in the sport. Before the break, we asked you to name the doubles pair who clinched their first Grand Prix Gold title at the Yonex Sunrise Malaysia Grand Prix Gold in 2014. The answer is Danny Bawa Krisnanta and Chayut Triachat. The Singaporean pair capped a sensational win against home favourites Govi Shem and Lim Kim Hwa, winning it in straight games 21-17, 22-20. Krisnanta and Triachat went on to win the Macau Open, finishing 2014 with 2 Grand Prix Gold titles. Noted for its rugged landscape, Kazakhstan is the largest landlocked nation on Earth. Whilst football remains number one, there are other sports that rate favorably amongst a people used to hard work that requires a lot of strength.
Last Olympic game, our country takes 7 gold medals, and I think most popular sport in my country, this is weightlifting and bicycling, I think.
It was then perhaps surprising to find a contingent of Kazakhstani shuttlers when we paid a visit to the Badminton Asian Championships in China earlier in the year.
Our team is for boys and for girls. I think this is a good number, I think so, yeah. But not so many players, because now we just start grow to go international level.
Artur Niazov is considered the best player in his country, having dominated the national scene for a while. His introduction to the sport is thanks to a man many consider the godfather of Kazakhstan badminton, Askar Ormanov. The country's head coach has been instrumental in growing its popularity, instigating courses and visiting schools, trying to engage the young. It was while launching one of these grassroots initiatives that he discovered Artur.
One time I was a teacher in a summer school camp, and I watched one good guy. He's very like play football, running, jumping, and I'm just asking, do you know what is badminton? He said, oh, no sir, I never played before. Okay, you can try, I can show for you.
About badminton, I heard first time, and I was interested about this sport, how to play, what is it, and I was very interested, and I want to try to play badminton.
After 2-3 years, he was Kazakhstan champion for junior tournament.
But if Artur's dad had his way, his son would be doing something completely different.
My father was training mixed fighting. He was a UFC fighter, and he also wanted that I join him, but I choose badminton because for me badminton, like from young years, this sport give me more interesting things, more friends in other countries like this, and not so dangerous, I think, sport, and very interesting.
Although he didn't follow his father into combative sports, he was no less a fighter when it came to battling it out on the courts. He quickly became the #1 shuttler in his country at the under-18 level, but he had yet to sample the cut and thrust of international competition.
From young years, when I started, when I was 7 years old, I training 5 years. I think like I will be play only in my country, and I didn't think that we are go for international tournaments.
That was to change in 2006, as he qualified for the Badminton Asia Junior Championships held in the Malaysian capital, Kuala Lumpur. The introduction into the global community of badminton left him in awe.
I see how players playing for maybe 100% the level of international players, and I was very shocked because 5 years when I training, I just see player of Kazakhstan. And when I come to Malaysia, well, for me it was amazing.
There was no turning back for him. With the help of his coach and the Badminton Asia Confederation, he was sent on various overseas training camps. Artur and a number of his country's shuttlers are now a part of the Confederation's Asian Development Team. This program helps players from outside the traditional power centers of the sport to gain valuable experience competing in top-flight international tournaments.
Now to our players under ADT program, and we have a chance send our players to a lot of tournament. Our players is very happy what can play with ADT, have opportunity play versus a lot of players from different countries.
Players such as Artur have taken a big step in their development. Competing against the best in the world has given them added motivation. But they also know that to move on to the next level and actually start to challenge the best and the brightest in the sport, there is much more work to be done.
For our country, inside our country, we need more do training camp and take some coaches from other countries and take all players and put in one place for big training camp around 3 months or 4 months to prepare for international tournaments, to play more better.
Players such as Arta are at the forefront of the sport in their country. Like pioneers, they continue to push the boundaries of what is possible. And whilst they may not threaten the badminton status quo for the moment, their endeavours will no doubt lay the foundations of what Kazakhstan may achieve in the future. As the season continues this week at the Yonex US Open, let's find out who is shaking things up in the BWF World Rankings. This week, we take a look at the men's singles category and focus on Japan's latest sensation, who has been in great form of late. 20-year-old Kento Momota finally broke into the top 10 after clinching his first World Superseries title at the OUE Singapore Open. His recent BCA Indonesia Open triumph eventually saw the lefty climbing as high as 5th, where he currently remains. Momota remains the only player from the land of the rising sun to be in the top 20. Reigning world champion Chen Long maintains his position at the top, and you can find out more about all the world rankings by logging on to www.bwfbadminton.org. After the break, we find out how the AP Easy Go Badminton Club is helping Chinese Taipei's bid to become amongst the world's best. We are halfway through the calendar year, so let's take a look at the top 10 plays of the season so far.
Fantastic rally from Carolina Marin. Unbelievable! Oh, he's run off to change his racket. Oh my goodness, she's carried on without him. Oh, what the rally! Finished off with a wonderful drop shot. Oh, it was getting long, surely. What a rally! Well, this is just getting better and better. What a shot! How on earth did she play that? Oh my goodness. Oh no, that's not possible. Ah, sensational. How on earth did she get that net call back? Oh, don't believe it.
Jorgensen very happy with the defense here.
The dive from Croatia volley. How on earth did they save that? Look at that commitment. Oh, we'll take it. Oh my goodness me! Oh! How on earth did he get that back? And then to play a winner on the backhand. That is just unbelievable.
Chinese Taipei may not be considered a powerhouse in badminton, but this comparatively small island nation has champions within their midst. The foundations for their success can be found within their club system. Corporations entered the playing field by setting up badminton clubs with the aim of helping develop and raise the standard of the sport in the country. We featured one of these clubs earlier in the year. Based in Taipei, Land Bank Badminton Club has played an integral role in sports development since the 70s. Recently, the Badminton Unlimited team ventured down south to Kaohsiung City to witness the rise of another such initiative, the AP EasyGo Badminton Club.
The company's CEO, Mr. Chen Polin, felt that at that time, badminton in Taiwan was only supported by the government or the state. There was no private sponsor. Potential players may lose their chances. That was why he set up AP EasyGo, in order to provide potential players a chance or a wider opportunity to succeed in the sport. He felt that there was a need for private sectors to contribute.
AP EasyGo, or AP Badminton Club, is the first domestic club formed from a private enterprise, the Asia Pacific Logistics International. Started in 2009 with only 4 players, AP has since expanded to include over 40 shuttlers training 6 days a week in their 10-court hall. Concentrating mainly on talent in the southern part of Taiwan, the club provides extensive coaching facilities and a career path for its players.
I joined AP almost 6 years ago when it first set up the club. I belonged to the first batch. At the time, I was facing a turning point in my career planning. So it was just nice Asia Pacific set up a badminton team. And it was in Kaohsiung, and I was born in Kaohsiung. Before that, I was playing for a club in Taipei. So I took this opportunity that allowed me to be nearer my hometown. I joined AP without any hesitation.
With the development of the sport in mind, the club has a healthy junior program. It teams up with local high schools to unearth budding talent, taking in potential shuttlers from the age of 15.
When the kids are in the junior high schools, we will monitor their results, including their performances at domestic competitions. The coaches will then discuss among ourselves to see if the kid has the potential, the talent that can be nurtured. We will also take into consideration other prerequisites like their height, their strength and coordination. We will look into all these.
Badminton may be the main focus, but the club also emphasizes the importance of education and are looking to strike the right balance between academic duties and sport right up to college level.
CEO Mr. Chen felt that however good you are in the sport of badminton, the player's career lifespan on court is short. He hopes that the players would also have some academic background to fall back on, a good education. This means they would have to study and attend school. He wants them to have a balance in both sporting skill and knowledge. This is, I think, what he is most concerned about. We are currently collaborating with Kaohsiung University, where the athletes can still continue with their training on top of their studies.
AP also looks after its players financially, allowing them to concentrate on their badminton.
Our CEO knows that you cannot play badminton for life. As such, it's a must to have job security. The team is obligated to guide you to what type of job is suitable when you retire from the sport.
We have a housing allowance as well as insurance coverage for injuries. AP provides a very good environment. When I'm on court, I'm able to focus a lot better.
The formula is working well. The club boasts several national players in its ranks, with its men's and women's doubles shuttlers considered among the top pairs in the country.
For domestic results, some of us have won several national championships. I've represented the country for the Asian Games, the Thomas Cup and the Sudirman Cup.
With badminton clubs like AP EasyGo taking the initiative to not only nurture and groom the next generation of badminton players, but also to assure the future of the shuttlers, it will certainly encourage more to take up the sport in Taiwan. It is the hope of the nation that the next big star of the game will emerge from one of these clubs. Let's find out what's happening on the international circuit in our Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we catch up with women's singles player Adrianti Ferdasari as she tells us how she's determined to bring back Indonesian glory. See you next week.